Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your October of 2016 Intuitive Tarot reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my site, and the link to that is below. Let me just adjust this. Okay, so, looking at the bottom row, I see some promise here. There are some kind of mixed messages, and I'll delve into that. But I feel like there may be a friendship that is ready to move on to a deeper partnership, a deeper bond, a romantic partnership, something more fulfilling on the emotional level. And this also could translate into maybe one that is already a romantic partnership that is ready to go even further, and possibly there's looks like possibly an engagement or marriage for some of you. That would be the most basic meaning of some of these cards, but it's spelled out so obviously that it really feels like that's a strong message for some of you Cancers. It does feel like taking something to a new level, and for most of you, I think that's going to be romantic. At least there's the potential for that, but it could also be work related. So it could be that something that you planned to partner with, to partner with someone on, that plan could be put into action. So you may actually move on from just the plan of it to maybe actually signing an agreement or committing to the plan, something related to work. And if that's the case, it really feels like the type of work that is, it's the 10 of Cups, so it feels like it's the type of work that is more heartwarming for you or more fulfilling for you than something you've been doing before. It doesn't feel like it's just about money. It feels like you're trying something out that will make you happier and will be more rewarding on either the spiritual or emotional level. And most likely are partnering with someone else, or possibly received training from someone else that maybe someone is going to certify you to do something or something along those lines. And looking at the top row, there's an interesting balance here between the Three of Cups and then the Three of Swords. In this deck, the Three of Swords usually comes up for me as more of a disappointment. It's not so much, it doesn't have the heart in it that a lot of the Three of Swords cards does, and it just happens that when I use these cards in the readings, usually it comes up more as a disappointment. And this feels like it's referring to the past more. Like with the bottom row, I'm feeling more of something present or upcoming. With the top row, I feel like we're looking back at something from the past, most likely. And the sense that I get is, so for some of you, it does feel like you've had some trouble letting go of this person represented by the King of Swords. And it feels like it was in the distant enough past that I don't feel the acute pain so much. There's no Five of Cups, no Ten of Swords or anything like that. It feels like it may be in the fairly distant past, but that for whatever reason, there is something there, maybe a little bit unfinished about, there's a reason this person is still coming up in your reading. That's the most basic thing I'll say, but it feels that for some of you, there may still be some attachment, or there may still be some confusion about why it didn't work out, and that's where some of the disappointment comes in, or confusion about why it felt like such a strong bond and didn't pan out, didn't become something more lasting. So I feel that there's some confusion around that. The good news is that the Three of Cups is here, and I feel that, for some of you, I feel that there may be some, just generally some healing around that, and some positive energy being infused into it, and support to really gain some healing for that issue. And I also picked up on counseling for some of you with the Three of Cups, that collaborating in terms of trying to figure this out on the emotional level is something that is in store for some of you, or at the very least there's potential for that. What's interesting though with the King of Swords coming above this Eight of Cups, I really feel that, and it may be related to the taking something else to the next level with for most of you it feels like another person, and I'll come back to another possibility, but with them being in the same column like that, it feels to me like that opportunity that's depicted in the bottom row is also going to allow you to get to the next level with the healing that's related to this bond to this person from the past. I do feel that for some of you, and this would be in the case that this is not a person in the past. I'm not getting the sense of someone from the past coming back into your life, but the person that you may be forming a partnership with could be depicted by this King of Swords. And again, that feels more like something in the present to me. It doesn't feel like someone coming back from the past. But if that's the case, for those of you that you feel the King of Swords could be this person that you're partnering up with, either for business or for a romantic relationship, it feels to me like there could be something vaguely hidden, and I don't mean it to be daunting, but it feels like you may, in becoming closer to this person, discover, it doesn't feel like anything really intense and criminal or like a serious addiction or anything like that, but something about them, I'll just call it habits for right now, that you may not be familiar with, or some issue like that is in relation to emotional attachment or something along those lines. And for some, it may just be as simple as their confidence might not be what you expected it to be, or something in terms of their motivation or their feelings of empowerment. Like they may have more of a self-esteem issue than you realized, because and this is something you would notice in becoming closer to them, which feels like, again, that's upcoming potential for some of you. It does feel, however, that you may be able to help this person with that, and I don't mean that your only role is to heal or to help them, but with the Three of Cups coming up there too, I feel that there is a link to whatever that disappointment is, or I'm also feeling a little bit like a secret maybe coming to the surface, that it feels like it's something you'll be really understanding about and can even relate to, and maybe even something that has happened to you. And so I feel that you'll be able to help them through that, at least be supportive through it, if not be the one to heal them. If that doesn't feel comfortable, I don't feel that it's necessary for you to be the one to heal them, but that maybe your support, it's coming in and it's coming up right now because it's time for it to be revealed to you, but also your support is part of the process and is going to be available to them in a really nice way. So that one may seem, again, a little bit daunting, but I really don't pick up on anything serious, though. I mean, for some people it could be. It's for thousands of people, but because we have the Three of Cups there, and I do still see this really nice energy with the bottom row, it just feels to me like one of those things that once you get to know someone, or it's even like if you have a friend and then they become a roommate and you get to know something about them you didn't expect. And remember, this could also be in relation to business. So it may be that someone has a bad habit with money and spending that you didn't plan for when you partnered up with them or something like that. It could also be related to money with a romantic partner as well. Something like that. It just seems like a bad habit that may get under your skin, that may come up and feel a little bit like it was hidden. And there may be some frustration around that, but I don't feel your anger or any anguish or anything like that. It feels more like a letdown, a disappointment, and it might be a little bit piercing in its reveal when it's revealed, because it is the Three of Swords, but then there's the Three of Cups, and it feels like it may even be kind of a heart opening for you. Like I'm feeling a little bit of Ace of Cups energy around that. Okay, and I don't know if any of you have Gemini as your rising sign or moon sign, or maybe some Geminis are watching this, but the Ten of Cups also came up in that reading, so you might want to refer to that. All right, Cancer, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. You can contact me by email at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Thank you.